Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Rise and Grind on Lister Pros TV. I am Dominic and I'm sitting here in Gilbert, Arizona with the lovely Miss Cathy Green of Century21 Arizona Foothills. Cathy, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Dominic. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for giving us a minute of your time. I really appreciate it. So Cathy's a general manager of Century21. Cathy, let me start off with this question here. How did you get into real estate and what is your background that led you to a career in real estate?
Well, actually, I was doing dental assisting work, and I was cleaning teeth back in the day when you did not have to be a hygienist. And it was interesting because I became allergic to latex. And during my time being a dental assistant, I'd started part-time with Mary Kay Cosmetics. And once I became allergic to latex and had to give up the career that I'd known, then my husband was a firefighter, and one of his captains owned a real estate company and thought maybe I should give that a try. So in the Midwest, I sold Mary Kay in the winter months because people didn't move too much back then in the winter months. And then during the summer months, I hit the ground running with my real estate.
Awesome. And how long have you been in real estate?
Actually, I will have my 25th anniversary here in a couple weeks.
So Cathy, 25 years in, you've seen, no doubt, the peaks and valleys that is real estate. It's not really a ebb and flow type situation. There's instances where the market is doing absolutely wonderful, and some, like in, 08, 9, 10, where, it's pretty much a glum situation, I guess you could say. So let me ask you this. This segment is titled Rise and Grind, and it's dedicated to the overall ability to be able to wake up every single day and grind your way to a successful career in real estate. Let me ask you, take us back to that first year in real estate. What did that look like for you?
Well, it was a lot of stress. I will say, when you're a new agent, you realize in a big hurry what you don't know. Real estate school doesn't really prepare you for the business. And I'll be very honest, I had no clue what I'd gotten into. The broker that I was working with, he was phenomenal, an amazing gentleman. His name was Dean, and Dean literally saw that I had within what it was going to take, took me under his wing, and I always tease he allowed me to suck his brains out. He taught me everything he knew, and I showed up every day and did exactly what he told me to do, and the rest is history.
What did it look like, in those early years, when you first started? There was no MLS that was internet-based. How did you generate leads? I'm sure you had stacks and stacks of papers, binders. What did that look like at that point in time?
Well, you're absolutely right, Dominic. The area I was in was about a town of 11,000 people, and so you also sold into other rural communities. And we did. We had an MLS book, and you even had to go from brokerage to brokerage to pick up keys and deliver them back after you were showing. So the way we do it today is so amazing. But I will say back then, it really made you work on connecting. I think that one of the biggest skills in real estate is being able to connect with your prospect. And that relationship building and that connecting, you had to do that a lot because of all the interactions constantly.
You work for Century21. What makes it so great as an agent to hang your license at Century21 when it comes to the tools that Century21 provides and the various resources when it comes to, technology and marketing?
Yeah, Century21 being an international global brand, it is beyond what they're doing for us as companies and as agents. As an individual, when I moved here in 1998, really not knowing anyone, no one knows Cathy Green and no one really cares. But the Century21 brand name, everyone knows who that is. They've been tried and true for over 40 years. And what's going on in their technology world today, I think because they're a global company, they're light years ahead of so many. The tools are so numerous, but I think the greatest part is that they continue to bring in the right resources as far as who is in charge of marketing and bringing in the newer ways and embracing social media. And it really has allowed our platform to just evolve more than many's due to the fact that we are global.
Again, this segment is titled Rise and Grind, so it's dedicated, to the overall ability to be able to wake up every single day, put those daily activities in place in order to ensure your success in this industry. So, in your opinion, Cathy, what does a successful day look like for, a new agent that is, either just got their license or an aspiring real estate agent? If you could name, one or two activities that are certain to help them experience a measure of success in this industry, what would that be?
Well, I think, Dominic, that there are two things that people have to know to be really, really great in this business. One thing is they must understand what is in the inventory. What kind of builders do we have? What are the floor plans? Where are the newest communities? That type of thing. The second thing they must know is how to price a house. So one of the things that I've recommended to people that work for me and people that don't work for me, I think is vital, is to put together pretend searches, so to speak, as though you had a buyer for a certain price range. Say here in Gilbert, if the beginning price range is around the $250, then select 4 to 6 homes in that similar price range. Make preview appointments, go out and look at each of those homes, bring that information back, and then do the comping of each house. You'll find different similarities from one neighborhood to the next. You're going to find the different sizes in lot sizes, what that does to pricing. But at the end of the day, between doing the previewing, it's going to teach you all the things you're going to need to know and maybe run into. Plus, when you come back and start doing the comping, it's going to start really allowing you to know the questions you need to ask. Many brokers are going to tell you, let me know if you have any questions. We put our people into the field learning what they need to learn so that they will come up with all these questions that they are going to be running into. Then after they get the comps done, then what we're going to have them do is write a dummy contract. We're going to have them put together a pretend listing. We're going to walk through all these steps, but we're going to be working physically in the field combined with that direct broker knowledge that we're going to be assisting them with.
All right, Cathy, so you manage the Century21 Arizona Foothills office here in Gilbert, and you also live in Gilbert. So being a Gilbert resident, what are some of the things that are unique about living in Gilbert?
Well, Dominique, I actually have a branch manager here now, and as a general manager, I travel all throughout the valley. But my husband and I, we started out living in Gilbert when we moved here in 1998 in a community called the Islands. Beautiful, beautiful lakeside, that type of thing. Then we ended up moving up to Northeast Mesa, gorgeous parts of the valley, close to Red Mountain. Then when we were ready to downsize, we're back here in South Gilbert in Trilogy, which is an active adult community. What I've noticed over the years living here in Gilbert, they have constantly developed things to bring in family, business, and just a lifestyle that is comfortable and relaxing. If you dare to tour downtown Gilbert right now, it is amazing what the Chamber is doing and bringing in businesses down there. They've created a lifestyle there that people can literally restaurant and bar hop and enjoy all the amenities just like in the other cities around. And yet on the other hand, they've been able to keep the Gilbert charm. I think that we're known for our great schools down here. We're also known for conveniences, and a lot of people from the Midwest seem to be settling here because very easy to get around and very, very friendly place to live.
Yeah, and you don't shovel heat, right?
No, you do not shovel heat. That's the biggest plus.
Favorite place to eat at in Gilbert, Arizona? We like to, talk about what's going on locally, particularly, places that are good to eat. So what's your favorite place in Gilbert to eat at?
Well, I'll tell you, Joe's Barbecue. If anybody knows anything about Gilbert, they've been around forever. But they also have something called the Farmhouse Grill, which is over in the Agritopia community. So we've got some really fun, great places. I guess my husband and I, we're more go to a regular restaurant, but the Keg over by the Santan Mall, that is a beautiful place. But, a lot of the small little pizza places and different things that are popping up, you've got to try them all because downtown Gilbert, I honestly haven't been over there to see some of the new things, but I'm hearing great reviews.
Yeah, they do have some great stuff. And Joe's Barbecue, by the way, if you haven't eaten there, I can vouch for sure. All right, favorite thing to do in Arizona, Cathy?
I think the favorite thing I do in Arizona is the idea that within a couple hours you can be up, into cooler weather. You can be into, forests and streams and lakes. I was so tickled when I found out that Arizona has more lakes and more boating going on than anyone could ever dream, and yet I was raised right up by Minnesota practically. So to think that you would have people that do so much boating in Arizona, I was such a relief to me because really this state is a hidden secret.
Yeah, absolutely. So awesome. So with that in mind, Cathy, I want to thank you so much for giving us a moment of your time, sharing your knowledge and expertise and your experience with our viewers. So thank you very much. We appreciate your time, and want to thank you for having us. So anything you want to say out there to our viewers?
You know, Century21 Arizona Foothills, we love our clients, we love our agents, and we are here to stay. We're a 29-year-old company here in the Valley, and bringing in partners like Lister Pros, we cannot say enough great things. The market is on fire, people, and we have the desire to serve you.
Absolutely. And actually, how can people get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me at Cathy Green, 602-432-7162. And otherwise, my email, Cathy, CATHY.green@century21.com.
Awesome. So for Lister Pros TV, this is Rise and Grind. I am Dominic, and this is the wonderful Miss Cathy Green of Century21 Arizona Foothills. We will see you next time. Thank you. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in on another episode of Rise and Grind, where we go into the mind of some of the brightest real estate agents in the state of Arizona. If you like what you saw, don't forget to visit listerpros.com and click on the subscribe button. And also don't forget that you can find these episodes in podcast form on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. So if you like what you saw, check us out at youtube.com/ListerPros TV. Until next time, I am Dominic with Lister Pros TV, and we will see you later.